Hi, fire signs, Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius. My name is Michelle Kelly. Welcome to This Is Your Sign. This is your February love reading. And if you've already subscribed to my channel, thank you so much. And if you haven't subscribed yet, please hit that subscribe button and the notification bell, and you will get notified when I do these videos. And also, if you could hit the like button too, it helps me get seen on YouTube more. So thank you so much for being here. So I already shuffled and meditated over your cards before they came out. The first one was message in a bottle. The next one is time for a nap. And the next one is poised, and it's upside down. So what these cards are letting me know is that you've been waiting to hear from somebody maybe, or you came out of something and you are exhausted, and you're not ready for anything else right now. So it's like you came out, or you're coming out of a relationship that maybe wasn't the best for you. And I'm going to dive a little bit deeper because I want to know a little bit more about what this is saying. But I'm thinking you got a message from somebody. Other people knew you knew your relationship wasn't right, but somebody else knew and said something to you about it. So it says communication, a sign, a cleton, an ancient name for a spontaneous oracle delivery innocently by the speaker, pointing the way to your highest good. It says you can expect someone in your favor with positive news. This could be in a form of a letter, a phone call, or an email. You are intended receiver of this message. Stay open to what you learn. Only good will come of it in the end. The signs are all there. So maybe you received a message from somebody, but then time for a nap is like, you need to rest. You're coming out of something. So usually when I see this, it's like you're exhausted. Something, even though you got a message, something isn't right for you, because when you're exhausted like this, it leads me to believe that this is like coming out of codependency. And I'm going to explain to you guys in a second what codependency is, but it says, when it comes to matters of the heart, don't make any plans right now. If you are not partnered, it's good to take this time out to get to know yourself. If you're involved with someone, relax and just be with your partner. This is going to be an uneventful moment in time. Don't force anything right now. Allow things to flow naturally, and a beautiful renewal will take place all by itself. Patience is the key to your heart's desire right now. Withdraw from action in your relationship and give it a rest so that your love and connection can become rejuvenated. I'm thinking you guys are coming out of a relationship, and this was so you could focus and heal yourself. And what codependency means is like, codependency, it feels like love. A lot of times when somebody needs you, it feels like love. But when somebody needs you too much or treats you like an object and not a person, that is codependency. Codependency is somebody else making you responsible for all of their needs, to take care of everything for them. And that is exhausting. At first it feels good and it's nice to be needed, but after a while it starts depleting you. They start taking your energy. Their light, the other person's light, is being fueled and lit by your light, which drains you and depletes you. So if this has been going on for you guys, I'm really sorry. It's really hard to come out of. A lot of times you can't explain what it is, but it's almost like you were being smothered, or you felt like somebody was like choking you. It's like you can't breathe. It's like too much. But then you like miss it after it's gone too. And then you start thinking, oh, maybe I did love him. Maybe I really miss him. Maybe that is love. And then it's like, no, it didn't feel good. Something isn't right. So I'm going to leave you with this saying. if the milk is sour today, it is not fresh tomorrow. And unless somebody is willing to do something different, like go to counseling, go to rehab, talk to a therapist, talk to somebody, learn new techniques of how to change. You can't change on your own and by yourself. It just, even with help and a ton of support and God, it's still hard. So with all of that support and doing all that, it's hard. So imagine having none of that. So if you ask somebody to show up for their own life and they can't, they're not going to be able to show up for your life. This next one is poised and it's upside down. So it's like not ready yet. It's not time yet. So I'm going to read it a little bit deeper so we can put this together. You guys, it's definitely like all the movies, everything that we watch and see, it shows what love is, and they're showing it wrong. It's you need to love yourself and take care of yourself and respect yourself. And when you're with somebody who cannot do that, you lose that for yourself. You don't get them better, you get worse. So this is poised. When it's upside down, it says you're not ready to move forward at this time, and that has to be okay. Being poised in the face of demands and deadlines, pretending you know what you're doing sometimes work, but if you adopt a fake it till you make it attitude, it'll land you in some kind of muck now. This is not the time to wing it and deliver something half finished. It's okay to postpone things until you are ready. It's better to disappoint others now than wish you had later. So, you guys, I don't think you're disappointing others. I think you feel like you're disappointing yourself. And you can't make somebody else be there. You can't make somebody else ready. And you can't make somebody else show up when they're not ready to show up. And a lot of times when you show up, you think you can carry this other person. You can make them want it. You can wish it for them, but you can't make them do it. And that is devastating. And that is not a personal hit of what's wrong with you or you don't deserve love. It is they are not ready and you are. And sometimes taking care of yourself might feel selfish, but I assure you, it is not. You need to be well. If you are not well, you are not showing up for people as much as you think you are. So when you're somewhere and you're not your best self, you are not giving and showing up all the way 100% because you're not able to. So like these are tools and things that none of us were taught how to do. Yes, it's so nice to be needed and valued, but if the only reason somebody's with you is because what they can take from you, you guys, eventually you get resentful, you get sick, and you might get physically sick first, like it comes out in your body as like headaches or stomach aches or fibromyalgia or your autoimmune disease gets worse. Like a lot of times it comes out in your body before you're able to physically put words to it. So just know those are some of the warning signs. The next one is runner, and it says runner in a codependent relationship, fear of intimacy, listening to ego. So you guys, you know how I was saying I felt like this is codependency? So maybe the person you're with is the runner, and you know, you don't want to chase after anybody. That is exhausting. And it's because of their fear of intimacy and listening to your ego. What that means is people who listen to their ego, your ego is like your head, and it's listening to your head instead of your heart. And a lot of times our heads and our heart are not connected. Like as a baby, you're born connected, and through life circumstances and family situations that happen to you, they teach you to disconnect from your heart and operate out of your head. And because it's a survival, it's how you survive. Somebody who's listening to their ego, it's because they don't trust themselves. And when somebody doesn't trust themselves, what they usually find comfort in is making you second guess yourself. And that is called gaslighting. And when somebody makes you think you're crazy, or you have to prove yourself, or you have to explain yourself over and over again, they don't trust themselves. It's not they don't trust you. They don't trust themselves, and they find comfort making you second guess yourself. And that is a sickness. So that is what codependency is. The next one says talking fire signs, and it says interested, conversing more, an awaited message arrives, a text, a call, an email, hoovering. So you guys, maybe you had to block this person or not talk to them for a while, and they're starting to send you messages, and maybe you're thinking, oh my God, they love me, or I really miss them. And that is normal. It is normal to miss them. It is normal. However, you are not responsible for somebody else's life. And a lot of times we are looking to place our life on top of anybody else who will accept that. But really, you guys, try not to get sucked back in. I know it's hard. I know it's so nice to be needed, especially if there's nobody else around right now. We are in this pandemic. This is a hard time for everybody, but you are not responsible for getting somebody else well. They need to do that themselves. They need to reach out to other people. You can't be their only sole source. You do not complete them. That was a line in a Jerry Maguire movie, You Complete Me, and everybody's like, oh my God, it's so romantic. But it really, we don't complete other people. We need to be complete ourselves first, and then find somebody else who's already completed too. It's not easy. It's a lot of work. It is hard. But once you connect your head to your heart, the connection from your head to your heart is God, and you already have that connection. And because you have that connection, people are so attracted and drawn to that, but you can't give that to somebody else. You got it on your own, not on your own. You got it through the divine spirit universe, but you worked your ass off for it, and you can't give it to somebody else. You can only show them what you did in order to get it, and the rest is not your responsibility. So the next one is sunglasses, and it says watching, looking, stalking, gaslighting, perception, focusing out. So this person has been watching, and maybe you're starting to do good. And I'm telling you, a lot of times it's like maybe you were a mess and you're just getting your life back together, and this person just knows. It's like flies to shit. They just know when you're doing better, and as soon as you get yourself better, they come back, and it's going to deplete you again. So remember, I said, if the milk is sour today, it is not fresh tomorrow. Let somebody else show up for their own life. If they cannot show up for their own life, they are not able to show up for yours. It doesn't mean there's something wrong with you. It doesn't mean you're not lovable. It means you are, but this is not the right person for you right now. And you know what? We can't change other people. We can only change ourselves. So one of the things that you can try saying, and if you really do love this person, which I really, really do believe that you do, you can say this prayer: bless them, change me. Bless them, change me. If you get the feeling like you know, like feeling sorry for somebody is not love. That is, you want to take care of them and you want to rescue them. So, you know, feeling pity, feeling sorry for somebody, you will only end up resentful and by yourself. And being with someone and being by yourself is so much worse than being alone and knowing you're alone. So the next one says, let go of control issues. Allow this situation to unfold naturally. So you guys, maybe you think you can help, you can save, you can rescue this person, but this is saying, let go of the control issues. You can't. I'm sorry to tell you that. I know you want to, and your heart's in the right place, but somebody else told me about a ladder. Imagine yourself on a ladder and you're trying to pull somebody else up the ladder. They pull you back, you don't pull them up, and you block their view. So really, everybody needs their own ladder to climb up their own ladder. And if you are pushing somebody up a ladder, if they fall back, you get smushed. So like, you can't pull somebody else up your ladder. The next one says true love. This is the romance of a lifetime. Okay, so I'm going to tell you my interpretation of this. Yes, this is love. Yes, you felt love. This might have been the romance of the lifetime that you've had so far or up until now. But this is, you need to have the romance of the lifetime with yourself. So maybe this romance of a lifetime brought you back to yourself and who you are and your divine spirit. And that's why you needed this person to bring you back to yourself. And a lot of times when that is happening, when you are coming back to yourself, you are ripping the Band-Aid off of somebody else and they don't like it. You were this person's buffer. You were their cover-up so other people didn't have to notice what was wrong with them. And as soon as you realize this didn't feel good for you and this wasn't right for you, you triggered this person, you ripped their Band-Aid off. But that was your job. That was your mission. God sent you here with a purpose. And yes, this was to find love with yourself. And ripping their Band-Aid off was not your fault. It was your divine purpose to do that. So this person could take a look at themselves. Whether they do or not, that is not your job any longer. Your job is to find the true love with yourself. The next one says free yourself. It says it's time to take back control over your life. What does that mean? That means do all the things that you love to do for yourself. Did you ever hear that expression, fire signs, put your own oxygen mask on first? So you're putting your oxygen mask on, and if you don't keep your oxygen mask on and you give it to somebody else, you die. So like, this is like, do all the things that you love. Maybe you don't know what you love yet. Maybe you're finding out. You're getting in touch with nature. Start doing all the things you love doing as a little kid. Start getting back to your creative self. It is not selfish and it is not wrong, and you are not responsible for anybody else's life but your own, fire signs. So I am wishing you love for the month of February. This is your sign. Signing off. If you're still watching, please subscribe to my channel, and thank you so much.